Fantastic. Give it a bit of a rev. What the... Something not quite right. Welcome back again. This game, I should say, really is an addiction. Okay, so this is my summer car. In this episode, we are going to be hopefully seeing if we can start the engine. So we're getting to the pointy end now, guys. Hope you're all excited as excited as I am, because it's taken a bit of getting here, basically. I've plugged the phone back in simply because I want to start receiving phone calls for jobs to make money again. So obviously spending money, and also eating food, which we're quite low on at the moment. So I think in this episode I'm going to have to go to the store. So pardon me while I do that. I think it's probably worth eating something first. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to have some what looks like macaroni, beef macaroni or something like that. I found that the tap cures your thirst really quickly. So the quickest way to quench your thirst is just go to the tap. I think there's something in that for all of us. Wrong way again. Alright, so for those of you following from my previous episodes, you know that I took quite a bit of effort to get to this point here. We've got the vehicle on its wheels, we've put the engine in, we've bolted the engine in, we've got the radiator, transmission, the interior, we've got the obviously the seats, or some of the seats in. There's just a few little bits and pieces to go, but apart from that, we're looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do is basically we need to go to the store. What I've done is I've just placed a few of the remaining parts here on the bench. So brake master, radio, clutch hydraulics, things like that, fuel filter. Also in this episode we are going to fill our vehicle with fluids. So we've got coolant there, we've got oil, engine oil, and we've got brake fluid. A few little bits and pieces down here still. That's actually the fuel filter and the gear stick, so definitely need to put them in, I think, in this episode. Handbrake, muffler, yeah, they're not essential. Alright, fantastic. So this is the vehicle as it stands now. Also missing is the fan belt. So when we go to the store we do need to remember to get a fan belt. Alright. So off to the store we go, guys. So this is our gasoline canister. We've got our diesel canister in there already. So let's hop on in and head down to the store, shall we? Okay. Glow plug light is out. And she starts right up. And brake off. Okay, let's go. So we're going to head down to the store now. It should be open by the time we get there. I think it opens at 8 actually, and it's only about 10 past 8 now. Probably a little bit past that now anyway. So just going to head down to the store, grab a few supplies, and see if we can't get this vehicle started. So, whoopee. Nice back roads here. Now I am using the Logitech G27 steering wheel, pedal and H shifter combo. So that's probably why you can see my steering inputs are quite smooth, if I must say so myself. And basically, oops. Basically quite easy to control. So alright, so coming up here to the end of our little drive, our little road here, gonna hang a right in order to get to the store. So for those of you wondering how to get to the store, go to the end of your road, hang a right. Oops. Try not to hit anything. Try not to die, hopefully, this time. You remember the very first episode I did this and I did suffer death. but we won't be doing that this time. Now on this particular road there is a NPC or an AI character that likes to drive up and down here, and he does like to basically cause trouble. So he drives a little Fiat, a little Nicky I think it is. Funnily enough, I did feature that vehicle in one of my videos on my channel a few months back in a completely different game, Mechanic Simulator. But anyway, hopefully we don't run into him this time, because I can just imagine what would happen if we had a head-on collision with him at speed. So the speed limit down here is only 60 kilometers an hour, but obviously I am gunning it a little bit. We're doing about 80 k's an hour, or about 50 miles an hour in the old money. Alright, so you will get to the first bit of tarmac, you just continue on, just sort of hang a little right, I guess. Just kept it in third gear there. So as I mentioned before, I'm using the G27 plus the clutch plus the H shifter, so it really makes this game quite fun to play. Alright, we're on the main highway now, so it's 100 k's an hour, or 60 miles an hour, pretty much. So, just coming up upon this guy here, should be able to overtake him. Don't mind me. You want to make sure. Want to make sure that you don't obviously die or have a head-on collision. So, you've got to be careful as you're playing this game. I just realised it's Monday in the game as well, so we've survived a week so far, and we're ready to almost start the vehicle. So it takes about a week or so to start the car, apparently. And we're down to about $2,000, so you start off with about $3,000. So I have plugged the phone in for that reason as well, to start getting some more jobs. So I have to do that soon. And there's that guy from before. Alright, so you basically just hang a right, and up here you've got the store. So here we go on the left, and there's some fuel pumps there which we can use to fill our canisters also. Okay, so here we are at the store. We'll go in and do some shopping first, and then we'll fill up our canisters and then leave. So here we go.
Hyvää päivää ja tervetuloa Teimon kauppaan.
Hello. Yes, hello. There's a few
Ai vittu näitä hyttysiä kun
these
näitä
flies
pyörii
and
joka
mosquitoes
saatana
buzzing. These
paikassa.
suckers are pissing me off. Yes, indeed. Alright, so there's a few things here that you can't really buy, but obviously we want the mosquito spray, and I'll try and use that here and there, if I can remember. Probably won't, but anyway. Sugar and yeast I noticed that you can buy as well. Interesting. I'm sure that's got some sort of troll function in the game. There's some chips, so I might as well grab some potato chips. Some orange juice, concentrate, yes. I just love how he stares at you and marks everything up. Alright, so here we are, this is the main part. We've got to spam all of these, so let's just grab as many here as we can. Just grab a few here. Alright, how are we going? Whoa, 552 marks. So it does cost quite a bit of money to do a bit of shopping here, as you can see.
Kiitoksia ja tervetuloa uudelleen.
So yeah, just sort of have to be careful. Now you probably didn't see, but I did actually grab the fan belt just before as well. That's actually just on the shelf on the left. So apologies if I did cut that out. But yeah, basically the fan belt is very important. Okay, so there's our gasoline. And here's our diesel. Now don't forget to pay for your fuel. Not sure what happens if you don't. Alright, I'll see you back. Hopefully we don't see Mr. Fiat. Alrighty, here we go. Ah! God damn it! Alright. Alright, so here we go for real this time. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a smooth run back. Holy crap, there's Mr. Fiat! That was close. I wasn't expecting him. I didn't know when. Well, I was kinda. I just didn't know when he was going to come up. Wow. Phew. Alright, so we're almost home now. So it won't be long. One of the things you've got to be mindful of when you do these runs to the store is just your thirst and your hunger. So just sort of be mindful of that. Oh, we just had some understeer there. Okay, back at the ranch. So just going to park here. Now you'll notice what I've done with the tractor. That's my security so the car doesn't get stolen. Just kidding. They could probably roll it forward anyway. Alright, cool. We've got our supplies. We've got our fuel. We've definitely got our fan belt. You'll see that in just a second. And way, there's our shopping. No, I'm not going to put all of that away just yet. Well, I'll do that later. The important thing here that we came for is our fan belt, obviously. So let's go ahead and put the fan belt on. Who cares? Okay, so fan belt. So you can see there when you roll the mouse wheel over the alternator pulley, you can see the alternator is just going in and out there, sort of coming closer to the engine and away, depending on which way you roll the mouse wheel. So you just need to mount the belt like so, and then you just need to roll the scroll wheel of your mouse over the pulley like so. You can see very slightly there the alternator is moving outwards, so just keep doing that until the alternator stops moving. And once you've done that, I've figured out, it took me about 10 minutes, but you do need the screwdriver to tighten the lock nut. Now one thing I can't quite figure out, I've just been looking at this, every time I try to screw in the lock nut, the alternator gets a bit loose. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, hopefully when we start the engine it's okay. Anyway, I'm just going to have to tighten the bolt and just make do with the fact that the alternator is getting loose as I do it. Oh well, see what happens. Okay, okie dokie, so there's a few parts left like the clutch master, the brake master and the clutch lines, things like that. I'll just leave that there for now because my fatigue's quite high, so I'm going to go to bed and come back. Okay, we're back, and time for a beer. Awesome, okay. Alright, so, where's my master cylinder? Someone's stolen it. Holy crap. Oh, there it is. Phew, thank God for that. Okay, let's put the brake master in. Fantastic. Now, obviously, I do need to bolt everything in. And this is something that you don't want to get wrong, because you will have no brakes otherwise. And fluid does leak out. Okay, so that's done. Here is just little bits of random crap that I'm just putting on. Here comes the clutch master. And here goes the clutch master being bolted in, the clutch line I should say, and the actual mounting points themselves. And I don't think I did the brake, so let's do that as well. Sorry. It's getting quite tedious now. Come on, let's finish this so we can start the engine already. Alright, so here comes the gear shift, so let's do that. There's 3 bolts that you do need to put in. I've just done them up. Here's the last one. Yeah, there you go. So they go under the carpet once you screw them in. How funny. Anyway, alright, cool guys. So we're pretty much ready to go. Let's put our gasoline into the tank. And let's see if we can't get this thing started up. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's put some fuel in. We don't want to put too much, I guess. So you do need to hover the mouse over the cap on these canisters and just hit F to open the lid, if you're wondering. And it's just a matter of tipping it upside down. So here we go. Got about 3/4 worth of fuel. Oops. Alright. I hope I don't get any fuel leaks. So that's how she stands at present. So there's a few bits and pieces left, namely being the fluids. So let's fluid this thing up, shall we? Unscrew the oil cap, and we'll start with the oil. So we've got our 1040 here. Let me just put the oil into the engine before we forget and start her up and kill it. Why is that not filling up with oil? Getting anxious now. I just want to start this thing already. This is episode 5. Oh, episode 4 maybe. Alright, there goes all the oil. Alright, she's nice and full. Now we're unscrewing the radiator cap and we're going to put our coolant in. So we're going to put our coolant in. I wonder if you do need to bleed the coolant system. I know that you need to bleed the brakes and the clutch even. But anyway, there's the coolant. So I'm just going to chuck that over there and replace the cap. Fantastic. And my rocker panels are getting worse and worse every time I touch this car. Anyway, let's do the clutch line and the brake. So I've got our brake fluid, which also is clutch fluid as well. You know what? I just realized something. I don't have enough. Damn it! Now notice that little bar go backwards there. I wonder if we've got a leak. Maybe we... not sure. Okay, so let's... we've put in the fuel filter. So that's done. So we've got all our fluids in there now, guys. So let's see if we can't start this little beast. Is what I was going to say, of course. Alright, so I'm just testing out my pedals there. I'm going to pull out the choke and let's see if we can't get it going. Woohoo! It's working, it runs. Oh my god, what is that sound? What is all that smoke? Holy crap. Okay. Alright, well the important thing is it's running, so that's awesome. I feel like having another beer. Where's my beer? Around here somewhere. Anyway, there she goes, she's running. And I can see that fan belt doesn't look too happy, it's a bit loose, but anyway. Wow. Hallelujah. It's running. It's running, the damn thing works. It works. This has made it all worthwhile. All this toiling. Alright, let's give it a bit of a rev. Let's just see. You can see the exhaust smoke is just leaking out of the exhaust manifold because I've got no exhaust pipe. So it's just coming out of the engine bay there. Alright, let's screw the choke in a little bit now that it's warming up. Oh, that's fantastic. Let's give it a bit of a rev. What the... Something not quite right. Thanks for watching.